everybody, welcome back to the channel and a board game unboxing. So we picked a cool game up here at Gen Con most recently, and we had our eyes on this last year, and I think they had done a Kickstarter, but I think we ended up missing it. But anyway, it is actually out for production, so it's called The Sheep, and it is from a small company, newer company, but Zero Strategy Games. But this is a absolutely hilarious, fun co-op game that has some unique twists to it. So we're going to get this opened up for you guys and show you everything inside, but we'll take a look at the back here in just a second as well. So here's the sort of nitty-gritty on it real quick before we start opening things up. So ages 14 and up, 2 to 4 players, about 2 hours, so that's a pretty hefty investment there strategy-wise, but here's the gist of it. So it's an alternate history cooperative horror game, which there's not enough of that out there, that pits you against waves of a familiar domestic livestock turned savage. So players will act as shepherds guiding caravans and their cargo through the perilous landscape. While the countryside may seem peaceful during the day, the world does transform at night. Thanks to the residual effects of industrial pollution and magic, the local flocks will mutate into nightmarish creatures that crave only one thing: blood. So, yeah. So it's got a day and nighttime feature. You got your caravan that you're trying to get from one place basically to this other village or fortress. There's different branching paths, but as we'll see when we get things open up, day and nighttime are very different. But also, again, you're going to be essentially hunted by killer sheep at night. So a lot of crazy stuff. And if I remember correctly from when I was demoing it, it's cooperative, but ultimately I think it's just somebody has to make it to the end, and not everybody, just somebody. But we'll double check that as much as we can once we get things open up for you guys. And so content-wise as well, so you get a double-layered or double-sided board, 12 double-layer boards, 118 poker cards, 26 tarot cards, 12 standees and bases, 45 wooden sheeples, 16 wooden tokens, 83 cardboard tokens, 4 cloth bags, and a rule book. So it's a heavy box, guys. It's not a super huge box, but decently sized. But this thing is maybe like 5 pounds or something like that. It's pretty damn hefty. But anyway, we're going to get this opened up for you guys. Excited to see it and I'll actually own it now. And then at some point, hopefully we'll bring you some gameplay. But let us know in the comments, too, if you've already picked it up or would like to know more about it. So we'll be right back as we get things open. Alrighty, we're back, guys. We got the cover opened, and we're just going to go kind of top to bottom through this. So nice full color rule book here. Doesn't seem overly crowded on any one page. And we're clocking in at about 15 pages or so for the rules. So with some cool artwork sprinkled about as well. So yeah, that looks nice. Then we get into the first of the token sheets here, so fair bit going on there. But nice and colorful, nice good thick cardboard for this. So there's one sheet, another sheet with some different things on there as well, so it's not just a repeat. So a lot of things going on here. So we got some of our characters. Other tokens, looks like lanterns. Ooh, it's got like a nice little effect on there. And then that kind of gets to the meat of the box here. So we got our double-sided board. We're going to come back to that and actually fold it out for you guys so you can see it. But just for the moment, like I said, we're trying to dig towards the bottom here. So we got stacks of cards in the middle. These are actually, well, they're cards, but these are the double-sided boards for like the players and things, I think. Yeah, so we'll get that opened up and we'll come back to it. But yeah, super thick. Cool. Some sealed cards here as well. I think these we're going to leave closed for the moment, but looks like really nice quality on that. So it's good to see. Oops. Oh, that's wicked. Tarot-sized cards. Ooh, Magma Ram. Well, that's frightening. So there's all kinds of crazy stuff in here. So it looks like the sheep kind of run on a system there. Ooh, let's get these out. These are the actual players' cards. Or boards, rather. Oops. That's pretty thick. So yeah, double density is what they were talking about here. Ambrose the Physician. So we'll take a look at all that. Just feeling if there's anything on the sides of that. Doesn't look like it. So we got into all of our sheeples and meeples and stuff. So no need to individually drag all these out, but looks like good components. Probably for the character standees and stuff. Yeah, would be my guess. They did say we get little baggies, so really nice. These aren't just flimsy either. These feel really nice and thick and textured. 3, oh, no, 4. And then just kind of like a generic black one there. But again, thick. They didn't cheap out on anything component-wise, I can tell you that. So you're getting some quality stuff here. Some more meeples, some extra Ziplocs for different components and things. So neat that was included. Let's take that back in there the way it was. Is that basically everything? Or is there something behind the white? No, it is what it is. So we'll get that back in there in just a moment. But then, yeah, we'll come back, guys, and we'll show you some of the components in a little bit more detail. Alrighty, guys, we're back with some of these cards here. So we got the characters and then whatever these guilds are. Not sure on their function in the game, but we'll figure it out. Probably like a faction and then like a character would be my guess. But again, thick, quality, good stuff here. The Merchants Guild. Guild of Science and Tech. Pretty cool. Actually seems cool, like a debuff to the sheep, so that's probably going to be handy. The Scrappers Guild. Guild of Modern Medicine. Weapons Guild. There we go. We got a big old cannon on there. Remove a sheep on this space. That is... that's funny. We're just blasting sheep. Rail Workers Guild. Interesting. Cool. So that, I'm sure, will be all kinds of fun. Lead to all kinds of fun combinations. Again, very thick stuff here, so really good details on that. So again, this is Ambrose the Physician. He's got the Flockbuster. Shears and Sheep Bite. Got some abilities, daytime and nighttime. Okay, that's cool. So day and night is going to be obviously an important part of the game here. Liang the Lone Wolf. All right. Also Flockbuster Shears, but he's got a smoke grenade. Okay. Patience the Soothsayer. Weatherproof umbrella. Okay. I'm sure that will probably be a factor at some point then. Oh, this guy's got a flaming, presumably magical sword. Miles the Weapons Master. He's got a skewer, apparently. Okay. So again, everybody's got different daytime and nighttime things, it would seem. Let's see if they're all the same. No, maybe they're the same for each person on those. Silas the Corrupted. All right. He's got knuckle dusters. So it seems like everybody's got the Flockbuster and the shears and then like something unique to them. Okay, cool. Again, everything's thick, quality, good stuff here, guys. So as far as component goes, and finally, Effie, the Shield Maiden. She's got a static buckler. Interesting. So probably like some sort of shock buckler. Like static electricity, I would assume. That's cool. Okay. So that's those. We'll be right back again with the actual board. We'll look at the day and nighttime. Alrighty, guys. Here's the board. Kind of got it tilted here, just kind of running out of space, but everything's hexagonal. We've got a starting point. Here's some of the trackers. There are some special locations on the map. But again, the cool thing with the board is it's never going to be the same game twice, just because of the sheer variety of things going on, but also different branching paths. So that's obviously going to play a factor as well. But we got the overgrown orchard, the abandoned barn, the Veil of Corruption, old churchyard right before the finish line there, Twisted Woods, and then a spot for some of the tarot decks. But yeah, really cool board. Basically 6 sections and kind of folds in half. So we'll be right back and we'll take a look at the nighttime side and see how that really changes. So here we have the other side of the board, and I have to double check maybe in the rules. I don't know if the board will flip for daytime and nighttime, or if it's just like an alternate map, which could be the case too. There's definitely a lot of different stuff on here, which would I think make more sense if there's just two different boards. But if somebody's already played the game, hit us up in the comments. But yeah, I just don't remember from the demo or not. But basically everything is there. But this one's totally different because there is a river that cuts through things, and that leads to some natural choke points because there's only two bridges across. Also, very different locations on here. There's a bloody pasture, a derelict mill. We kind of get past the middle here. There's a veil of corruption, which we had on the other side. It's also basically in the same spot, so that's interesting. Right before the finish line here, we got the standing stones, and then fallen trees. So really interesting to see what everything's going to be about. But if it's two boards, cool. Obviously going to add that much more replay value. But yeah, again, everything, I can't emphasize this enough, everything is like just super high quality on the components. And I'm sure if just from remembering the bits and pieces of the demo from like a year ago, it's awesome. It's fun. There's going to be so much replay and variation that you can have in this with the different characters and everything else that's going on. The right kind of sort of like dark humor as well, right? I mean, you're getting hunted by sheep at night, so what could go wrong, but what couldn't go wrong either, and what kind of fun is that going to be, especially get to blast some sheep apart apparently. So we'll see how things go, but this looks like a hell of a lot of fun, guys. This is definitely a good purchase. The sheep, again, Zero Strategy Games, check them out. We'll put a link in the description as well. Let us know if you've got the game and what your impressions are. And like I said, hopefully at some point we'll bring you some gameplay in the near future. But yeah, definitely excited for this one. Good purchase. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe as well.